Back in high school, my friends and I had this hangout spot that felt unlike anywhere else. It was an old baseball diamond tucked behind an abandoned elementary school. We always figured that one day a construction crew would show up and bulldoze the whole area, but they never did, at least not when we were young. We assumed the town was too broke to bother, which was probably true, though it's not like the place was valuable land anyway. It sat at the edge of the woods, far from most of civilization. Basically the middle of nowhere, just like the rest of our town. We loved going there mostly because nobody else ever did. Once in a while, kids would break into the empty school building to spray some graffiti, and occasionally the cops would show up to scare them off, but they never went all the way out to the field. For our friend group, it was a refuge, and that mattered, especially because several of my friends didn't exactly have peaceful lives at home. One in particular, Tim, always had it worst. His mom would call the police on him for literally any excuse she could come up with that day. But when we were out on that field, none of that followed him. We'd sit for hours on the rusted bleachers throughout long summer nights, smoking and rambling about anything that crossed our minds just to pass the time. I adored that place. We all did. Still, even before everything happened, there was one thing about the field that always made me uneasy. Alongside the bleachers stood this ancient lamppost that somehow still turned on every night. The town must have forgotten about that too. It was one of those old orange streetlights, and since it was the only light source around, we were always washed in that dim glow. It barely illuminated anything. Whenever I got too high, I'd stare off into the tree line where everything beyond the circle of light was pitch black. I'd think about how someone or something could be watching us from the darkness and we'd never notice. It always got under my skin, but usually one of the guys would crack a joke or distract me, and I'd forget about it for a little while. I still wonder how many times something might have been observing us. I'll never know.